Hey everybody, Steve here, and welcome to day 9 of my crypto challenge. And today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to work on connecting my MetaMask wallet to the Binance Smart Chain. And the reason I'm doing this is because I think I need to just get in a little bit deeper and understand the mechanics of how all this works, because number one, I'm getting frustrated because I've been trying to figure out how do I just buy ETH and how do I transfer it to my MetaMask wallet. And it seems way harder than it should be. And I think I'm the one making it difficult. So I'm going to stand back a little bit and figure out how do I use my wallet and how do I get comfortable with sending tokens between whatever exchange I buy it from. So right now I've got Binance is one exchange I bought tokens on, and Coinbase is the other exchange. And right now in Coinbase, I cannot send any of the ETH tokens that I purchased because there's a 7-day waiting period. But on Binance, I do have a couple different currencies that I purchased. So I bought Matic, which is the token for the Polygon network, but they still call the actual token Matic. And I also bought BNB, which is the Binance token as well. And that can be used, from what I found, that can be used for tons of things. And lots of people are using BNB tokens for all sorts of swap trading and decentralized finance apps. So I figured I'd go down that path just to use that as a working example. And what's clear to me by going through this exercise is it's helping me understand why people are using other networks. When I say network, I mean other type of blockchain. So Ethereum is one blockchain. Binance has a number of different blockchains. Anyway, I won't go down that path because I still don't know it well enough to explain it, but I'm going to collect my thoughts on this presentation that I show and show you what I'm doing along the way. This helps me process it mentally, and it gets a lot easier after I do that. So anyway, this is where I left off yesterday, and I just, like I said, I'm going to take a step back. And what I'm going to do right now is set up MetaMask with Binance. So I'm going to add the Binance Smart Chain BSC, and again, Smart Chain / network. I'm going to add that to MetaMask so I can transfer BNB from Binance into my MetaMask wallet. And if you recall, if you followed along and you set up your own MetaMask wallet, it comes by default connected to the Ethereum mainnet, because that was a native wallet for Ethereum at the beginning. And I want to manually add BSC to the wallet. So that way I can send BNB coins over different chain versus Ethereum. So pictures work for me. That's why I made this dumb little chart, but it helps me. What I want to do is I want to take BNB from Binance and move it into my MetaMask wallet. But in order to do that, I need to have BNB. I need to have the Binance Smart Chain added, the network added to my wallet. So I need to manually do that. So the question that I struggled with, because I really didn't understand this well enough, was why one smart chain versus another one. And the clear answer now that I've been hitting my head against all week is fees. All the fees on Ethereum are high, and I understand why that is based off of their network architecture. It's heavily used, and all the different network computers on the network charge fees in order to make transactions. So even for me to move Ethereum from Binance to MetaMask, there's so many fees, or even to buy it, that's what I'm running up against, all these network fees. But when you use other tokens on other blockchains, other networks, they don't have the same constraints, they don't have the same architecture, and they don't have the same fees. So that's the big benefit right there. This is completely understood by anybody who's been in crypto for a little while. But I think for somebody just getting into it, and that's me, after a week, I don't think it's clear. I don't think it's super obvious. And I think all of the technology, the terminology, and all of the other perceived risks get in the way of really understanding this. So I think getting over this hurdle and understanding how to do this will really mentally unlock a ton of things for me. And especially those who want to learn more about this, so just don't know what to do, or they're worried. Getting through this part, I think, will just do the same thing for you. So let's see if that's the case. I'm going to walk you through this live, but I want to show you that The process for adding a new network to MetaMask is relatively simple, and it's filling out a number of different fields. These are the ones, this is a screenshot from MetaMask that they're going to ask me to add in. And here is the data that I put in. Now, one note, one thing I want to figure out is where the heck to find all this stuff for different networks. So for example, BSC is Binance Smart Chain. This is well documented. All of this information is in their help documentation at academy.binance.com. However, it's not just, you can't just go to a page and find out the BSC network name details. I had to go into a help document. So I don't know if there's a standard way to find this type of information. So it's one of the things I want to figure out as we go. But I know this is the right information, and I can share that with you in the notes on this video as well. And before we get into the actual configuration, here is the actual article on academy.binance.com, and you can see this is where I pulled the information from. So this is readily available, easy to find if you know what to search for. So now we're going to go into MetaMask, and let me just back up a quick moment. So by default, here, this is what the wallet looks at the beginning, and you can see what's listed is the Ethereum mainnet. That's the primary network that is listed for my wallet right now. So I need to add a network, and that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so it is pretty simple. Add network. So again, the network name is all of the things that we saw earlier. All right. And this is the reason here. You can see that there's already a warning sign if you get the wrong network. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Where in the heck do you find the always accurate, always correct details for the network that you want to work with? All right, so now you can see that the symbol here changed to the symbol for the BNB token. And you can just go up here and you can switch to Ethereum mainnet. And now we can go to Smart Chain. So I've got 0 in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Binance, and I'm going to see if I can transfer some of my BNB tokens from Binance, which is the central exchange, over to MetaMask, which is decentralized. And now I'm no longer bound by using Binance for doing all sorts of things like using other type of apps. So here we go. So I'm logged into my Binance account up here. And the first thing I'm going to do is, again, we'll confirm that I'm in the BSC chain and that smart chain right there. And I'm going to copy the wallet address right there. Now I'm going to go over to Binance, and here are all my assets that I bought earlier this week. And I'm interested in moving some of this BNB token from Binance over to my MetaMask account. So to do that, I'm going to go withdraw. And I've only got in there 0.032. So I'm going to just do 0.01. And really important right here, this is another one of these situations where I know enough about what I'm supposed to do, but not enough to really explain it. But you can see that there are multiple network options here that they're showing me. So let's just, for example, look what happens when I do ERC20, which is the Ethereum network. I have to withdraw at least 0.12. If I go to BEP20, which is BSC, it's allowing me to do that. So well, my thought is if I want to do an Ethereum, I don't have enough in there, first of all, but this is to cover the transaction, the gas fees to actually put it on the Ethereum blockchain. So there, right there is a working example of why to use BSC Smart Chain versus Ethereum. And the other one, I know I don't want to do this because I read the documentation, but there's a network called BEP2, which is another Binance blockchain. This is used for a different purpose than what BEP20 is. So I know, do not send it to BEP2. That's used for only a few different things. But again, I'm not going to try to cover it here because I don't think I can explain it accurately enough. So, but this is what I did want to accomplish. Small amount right there. We now preview withdrawal. And now here's the cool part is you can see the fee is tiny. So it's roughly 5% of the total amount that I'm going to transfer, which is not very much if I got my math right. And I think I do. But now I can move this. So I'm going to confirm withdrawal, and it's going to ask me for authentication. So I'll pause it while I do that. Now I've got the correct SMS code in, but something went wrong. So I'm not quite sure what's happening. So I'm going to pause again and we'll see if I can figure this out. Okay, I'm back and it's not any different than what I'm going through with Coinbase. So what I found out is that my assets are locked slash frozen. I can't withdraw them because I'm still within that initial setup period where I made my first deposit. So that's really annoying. It's not something that's clear and obvious to somebody new to the system. I'm sure for experienced people, this is well known. So what it means for me is I can't withdraw my funds or as cash or crypto for 3 more days from now. So I was able to go in and look at my deposit record, and you can see all the information here about my initial deposit on one of the first days. So I've got 3 more days. In the meantime, I'm going to figure out again what I did today, which did work, was connecting my MetaMask wallet with Binance Smart Chain. So I've got that network installed on MetaMask. I just can't move things around, but I'm going to go back and figure out what do I need to know that I don't know right now about adding other networks to MetaMask. And an example of that is adding Polygon wallet to MetaMask. And the reason for that is I can use Ethereum as the token to buy things. But if I move Ethereum off of if I move Ethereum, the token off of Ethereum network and into Polygon, I can purchase things who support Polygon, but the transaction fees are tiny, tiny, tiny. So if I want to go back to the original goal of let's go buy an NFT, and I don't want to pay the transaction fees on the Ethereum network, I can buy an NFT on the OpenSea.io marketplace, and I can use the Polygon network to facilitate the transaction using Ethereum on their blockchain, thereby having zero fees or very, very small fees. So that's another goal I want to get to, and I'll share that when we get there. All right, thanks for joining today, and I hope if you're going through this, you're not too frustrated. We'll persevere. And again, this is the learning process, and I'm glad you're following along. Thanks. Talk to you soon.